Freddie Freeman should be the #1 target for the Dodgers coming out of the lockout. Looking at the entire landscape of available players, either through free agency or through trade, Freeman should be the guy for the Dodgers. In this video, we're going to talk about why, take a quick look at Freeman, and talk about how the team would look with him. Be sure to hit that like, Dodger fans, if you want Freeman on the team. Just a quick reminder to subscribe if you're new, or if you've watched videos before but haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that sub button so you can find your way back to the channel easier for future content. And if you like this video and the format, be sure to stay close, as this will be a continuing series over the next couple of weeks as we kind of cover the rest of baseball. And check the channel page, because depending on when you're watching this video, I may have already done your favorite team. Back to the Dodgers and Freeman. Here's the thing. What does the clubhouse want? As soon as they heard about Scherzer going to the Mets, you had Dodger players texting, messaging, emailing, faxing, whatever, smoke screening Friedman to go and get Freddie Freeman, as that's what they wanted. They weren't texting about Correa or Story or anybody else that was on the market. They wanted Freddie Freeman. They understand the impact that he can have, and if your goal is to win the World Series, if you're trying to improve the team, a team that just, the Giants stepped up. You know, the Padres are going to be aggressive, trying to continue to stay in that spot. The Dodgers, an impact move is necessary, and having lost Scherzer, having lost Seager, that is the whole thing. And I do think that it was Seager that sent off the message storm about Freeman, not Scherzer. I apologize for that. So we have two key players that are gone, and Freeman would be a nice fit, because you also don't know how likely or easy is it going to be to re-sign Trey Turner. And if you have a feeling that, listen, Trey Turner's going to be gone at the end of the year because he wants too much money or whatever reasoning there is, Freddie Freeman would be a nice piece, because Max Muncy can play second. You can have Taylor at short and figure out whoever else your third baseman is. So you can work it together. Freddie Freeman actually makes a lot of sense. Not just a knee-jerk reaction for a team to just go get another superstar. It kind of makes sense when you start thinking about different outcomes that the Dodgers could be facing moving forward. So I feel like that is the way to go. Now, there are obviously some other needs that the Dodgers have, and we're going to address some of them real quick here. First, why Freddie Freeman over Kenley Janssen? Right now, the Dodgers, you could say they don't have a closer. Dodger fans, you might rush to the keyboard to type in the comments saying, we got Blake Trinan. So, and that is ultimately why I say Freeman over Kenley Janssen, because you do have Blake Trinan. Now, you have also with Kenley Janssen, whatever this next contract is, he's probably going to be entering the downside of his career during this next deal, and you know it's not going to be cheap. He will be one of the higher paid closers in all of baseball, and he's going to be entering his down years. That's not very appealing at all. And I worry about a average velocity dip again, a control issue. If it goes back to what it was 2 years ago, and you're paying him among the league's highest for closers, you're going to regret that big time. So I would go Freeman over Kenley Janssen. Now, you also might be saying, well, why would you go Freddie Freeman over the starting pitching? So in my instance there is that you can always go and make trades after free agency. The market is dwindling for starting pitching. All right, Carlos Rodon is out there. He's a nice piece, but there's also going to be, with him being really the last of the big starting pitchers that are out there, and you could also try to bring Kershaw back. But when you're trying to lock in a pitcher for the next 5 years, who's got the most upside, I think we can all agree Rodon's probably there. I'm not trying to discount Kershaw. Okay, I'm a believer in Kershaw. But what I'll say this is, the market is dwindling. Could be easier to get Kershaw done. Rodon's going to have a lot of suitors, meaning that his price could go up. And you can always make the trades after. If you go get Freeman, you make him the #1 target. And because of that, let's say you miss out on Rodon, he goes to the Angels. And let's say you focus all your time and energy on Freeman and Kershaw goes to the Rangers. There are trades to be made across baseball. There are starting pitchers available out of Oakland. There are starting pitchers available out of Cincinnati. There are moves to be made, and I don't know what's going to happen with Trevor Bauer, but he is on the team. Does he play? Do they want him to play? That's a whole nother video for another time. We're not going to dive into the Trevor Bauer thing, but I don't know. There's a player there. I guess we got to see what he's got, but let's back up. At the end of the day, ultimately, I think you can address the need with the trades. If you, again, focus all your time and energy on Freeman, means you miss out on Rodon and Kershaw, then I think you could have a trade. You could go get Chris Bassett. You could go get Sonny Gray. You could go make some moves to improve that rotation. And at the end of the day, you also, listen, would Clayton Kershaw wait for the Dodgers? I kind of think he would. I kind of think Clayton Kershaw would not go to Texas until he had heard from L.A. That's just, I haven't read that. I haven't heard that. That's just a gut feeling. So you could go get Freddie Freeman, and Clayton Kershaw might still be there. So anyway, I go with Freddie Freeman over those because of the importance that he can bring to the team. Now let's take a look at Freddie Freeman and his stats throughout his career, getting stronger as he gets older. Good for him. MVP in 2020, bounced back in 2021 with another really solid season. Not quite as good as 2020, but still a good season, near 900 OPS, helped lead the Braves to the World Series. Another MVP conversation, another MVP top 10 finish. He's finished in the top 10 in MVP voting for 4 straight years. Whether he wants a 5-year deal or a 6-year deal, I think you go for it. You're going to have the DH. That is obviously an important part here, is the DH. If we come out of this thing and the National League says no DH, maybe we rethink this, but all signs are that the National League should get the designated hitter, and that makes it even more likely, I think, that you get Freddie Freeman, because you can park him on the DH the last couple of years. And even a 6-year deal is only going to take him to his age 37 season. It's not like the Miguel Cabrera deal or the Albert Pujols deal where they're in their 40s. All right, well, let's be real here about what we're talking about with Freddie Freeman in the years. 6 is not that big of a deal, and if you can swoop in and take him from the Braves, a team that you could wind up playing in the National League Championship Series next year, you have Freddie Freeman, they don't. That's all the better for you. So I think another reason why I go Freddie Freeman number 1. Now, how would the Dodgers lineup look with Freddie Freeman? Let's take a look at that real quick. Turner leading off, followed by Betts, and then Freeman penciled in, inked in to that number 3 spot. I go Will Smith to bat 4th because I'm trying to get a righty-lefty situation going. So I go Freeman, then Smith, then Muncy, and I put Muncy at DH. We don't know what's going on with the arm thing. Let's put him at DH. He might, for all we know, might not start the regular season on time. And if he doesn't, you'll move pieces around. But I'll put Muncy at DH for now. Justin Turner at 3rd, Bellinger in center field. That gives Chris Taylor second base. That's why Muncy's at DH, because then you can have Taylor at second base, and then Pollock is in left, and Gavin Lux is just going to play everywhere and anywhere he can to try to get some playing time. Let me know what you think, Dodger fans. Do you want Freddie Freeman to be the number 1 target? Is that the way you want the organization to go? If you are not a Dodger fan, let me know what you think. Comment below. Who should the Dodgers be targeting first? Put your GM hats on and let me know what you think the Dodgers should do first and foremost when we come out of this lockout. I do appreciate you, again, spending some time. Make sure to subscribe if you're new, or if you are a watcher but haven't subscribed yet, subscribe so you can find your way back. And smash that like, Dodger fans, if you want Freeman. Non-Dodger fans, hit that like if you want this season, if you want this lockout to come to an end. Again, keep an eye out. Stay close to the channel. This format is going to run for a couple of weeks as we do these uploads, kind of focusing in on the number 1 target for teams. So make sure to stay close to the channel. I will add some links to some of the other number 1 target post-lockout videos that I've done here now for you to check out. Make sure to visit the channel homepage, though, because there could be a lot more than that depending on when you're catching this video. I appreciate you spending some time with the channel. I truly do. Ballcap Nation, I salute you. Thank you for watching my video.